Hello and welcome to this video where I compare 3 different text to video stock footage video generators. What a mouthful. I'm comparing Studia against Course Reels AI against Pictory AI. Now Studia and Course Reels AI cost $37 for a one-time fee. Pictory AI is a subscription and we'll look at the price later. So we're in Studia, we're in the dashboard, and I've got 22 credits left because you get 25 credits and that's it. If you want to buy more credits, it costs an awful lot of money. Let's have a look at this. 100 credits cost $127. So that's very expensive. Now in Course Reels AI, you don't get any limits. You get unlimited video creation, which is excellent. Now in Pictory AI, you get 30 videos per month and that costs $19 per month. So they all work in a very similar way. You give your video a name and you type in your text or you paste it from somewhere else. So I've just typed out a script, a very short script. I've copied it so I can put it into the other editors as well. And in Pictory AI, I click proceed. And the next thing we do is we pick from a template and we get a choice of 16 to 9, 9 to 16 or 1 to 1. I'm going to go for 16 to 9. So I will say Pictory AI is going to be the quickest of these softwares. So it splits the text up into scenes. It split mine into 3. It puts the text down the bottom and it finds, using AI apparently, the most suitable stock footage to go against this. So this stock footage comes from Storyblok. So you've got the biggest range of stock footage with Pictory AI. And I'm quite happy with that. That's okay. And that's okay as well. So I'm happy with all the stock footage that's been selected. You can also add an intro and you can add an outro. I'm not going to do that today. If you wanted to change your stock footage, you go to visuals and you search in the stock footage and pick the one you want. Of course, we can add music, and because I picked a template, one is already picked for me. I'm not going to change that. Text, we can change the style of, and we can do more styling here. And if I go to audio and I go to voiceover, I can either record my own voiceover or I can pick a TTS voice, and I'm going to pick Joey, so I'm going to have TTS voice read out for me. Next thing I need to do is click generate and my video generates and I'm emailed when the video has been made.
Hi, I'm Big G Video and I make videos about making videos. Mostly about video editors and video creation software. Bye for now.
So we're now going to do exactly the same in Studia. Now notice this 22 credits because when I click create a new video, it's going to cost me a credit. I can create it from a script like I did in Pictory AI, or I can create it from audio. I'm going to create it from a script. Again, we get to pick between landscape, square and vertical. I'm going to pick landscape. And here we've got to give it a name. I'm going to call it channel trailer and I'm just going to paste this in. And what we can do in Studia is we can pick AI Writer, and I'm not going to do that in this case, but if we pick AI Writer, we give it some keywords, it costs us a credit, the script is written by AI. I'm not going to do that today though. We can also speak the script and it gets typed in here. So if I click this button, what I say gets converted into text, which is quite useful. So I'm going to submit my script. It tells me it's going to cross the credit. So you can see it is a similar thing to Pictory AI. We've got our text here, we've got our stock footage, and it seems like it's only picked one piece of stock footage for 3 scenes, which isn't brilliant. So I'm happy with this. This one I'd want a different scene. So it has some scenes here. I'm going to pick this one. I'm going to click this. Now I don't know where the stock footage comes from for Studia, but it doesn't come from Storyblok like Pictory AI. You can see things are a little bit slow. I just want to find someone saying goodbye. So I will go with this pan. But I can only replace for all slides in the scene. I think that's a bug because I think that will only replace for the final slide. So yeah, I was correct. That's clearly a bug. It only replaced for the final slide as I thought it would. I want my text down the bottom, so I click up here and I'm going to bottom center the text, but I have to do it for every slide, which is annoying. I can go and change the style of my text if I go to styles. I think I prefer a blue color, so I'm going to pick this blue and I'm going to click apply. But really, I'd like it to apply for all slides. And now I have to go in and change it. So it might be I'm not being consistent with my color. I don't think I am being consistent with my color, but there we are. Now we can add additional slides using this slide before or slide after. I'm going to go to next step. Now I can have no voiceover, TTS, or I can record my own voice. I'm going to pick TTS and I'm going to go for Guy. I'm not going to listen to him or preview it. I'm just going to create the voiceover. So I'm going to go to the next step. So now I can add music. I'm just going to go with the default. If I hover my mouse over it, you can hear it. I can lower the volume. I'm going to lower the music volume a bit, and I'm just going to go to finished. So now I can download my video. So I'm going to do that. So unfortunately, you have to wait ages for Studia to render the video.
Hi, I'm Big G Video and I make videos about making videos. Mostly about video editors and video creation software. Bye for now.
So in Course Reels AI, it's different because it's about making courses, but you should not use this to make courses. It's much better to use for videos. So we click create a course and we need to give it a title. So I've just called mine Channel Trailer. So this is a bonus really, because you can get some AI stuff already done for you. So if we click here and we type in Channel Trailer or some keywords and we click AI recommendations, it's going to come up with some topics for us. So we can use any of these. I'm just going to click save. I'm just going to go with the one I've got. And what it does is it suggests chapters for your course reels. And again, this is all using AI. And so you get effectively 3 AI tokens per project. And then you can just start a new project if you want. You're not charged like you are for Studia. So I'm just going to pick this and I'm going to click save because we need to have a chapter. So we go to edit and the AI is creating the script. So it's generated a script based on these keywords. And again, we can have up to 3 goes with the AI doing it. However, I'm just going to paste this in. So at this stage, we need to separate into slides manually. So you press Control and Enter to do that. But you as the user have to do it manually. It's not done automatically. So I'm going to save my script and I'm going to convert to video. So like the other two, it's found background footage and it's put text in the front. Now, of the 3, I think this does the worst job for text. So if I go to text, I don't like how it is. I want to keep my font color as white, but I want to put it on a blue background. I want to center it, but then I've got to go and adjust this myself. And then I've got to put it somewhere. So I have to manually move it, and it's going to be very difficult to get it in the same place each time. I'm going to click this to apply it to all slides, but I don't know whether it's going to be in the same place each time. So it's not. So I have to go in and I have to adjust this box. And I have to put that down there. We can add more things in, which is interesting. There we go. I have no idea if I'm consistent. So let's look at the stock footage and look for video editing and put it in there. So that was so much slower than the other 2, but there we are. I'll leave that one where it is, and this one I want someone waving. But I don't seem to have anyone waving. I seem to have waves, which is different to what I want. So I'll look for by. And again, this is a little bit slow and clunky compared to the others. Okay. I'll look for goodbye. Well, that'll have to do. So, like Studia, I don't know where this stock footage comes from. And it's painfully slow to incorporate. Right, so if I go to VoiceOver, I have to generate the voiceover. So for each slide, I'm going to go English, British, Brian. You can add additional text. So you have to click this button to load the text in. If you've added text, which you can do here, it will load in here. And I'm going to click generate. But I have to do this for every slide. So that's done. I'm going to click save and I'm going to go to music. And I'm just going to pick this one, Anticipation. I don't know what it sounds like. Now I can add an intro and an outro, but I just want to save it and render it. So here we go. I'm going to render it. So, which is the best? Clearly, Pictory AI is the best. It's so much faster, you get better stock footage, and it's just quicker and it's easier. It gives you the best looking video and it's the easiest, but it does cost the most. Studia is probably second best and in second place in terms of ease of creating videos and the videos that are created, but you only get 25 videos with that. Yes, you can use some AI scripts if you want to, but then once you run out of credits, I think it's actually more expensive than Pictory AI. Now, the cheapest one is Course Reels, and Course Reels has probably the best AI integration, but it is the clunkiest of the three. You pay $37 and then you can use it for a lifetime, and you don't have any limits on that, but it is the clunkiest. And it probably had the worst stock footage of the three.